Aquarius, this week isn't just another moment on the calendar, it's a spiritual checkpoint. Between July 3rd and July 7th, the universe is handing you your final karmic test. And it's not going to show up wearing a name tag. It's going to come dressed as confusion, emotional distance, self-doubt, and the need to control everything around you. But here's the truth. These aren't just bad days or weird moods. These are spiritual attacks designed to shake your energy just as you're about to step into your next level. And you'll face 3 of them. 3 energetic storms that either break the old karmic chains or keep you trapped in patterns that have already drained your spirit. This video will break it all down, from what these attacks look like to how they operate, and most importantly, how to overcome them with power. If you've been feeling a shift coming, like something big is brewing, you're not imagining it. Your soul knows. And now, it's time to rise. Let's get into the truth behind this test, and the blessings waiting on the other side. The final karmic test? Why now? Aquarius, you've spent years, possibly lifetimes, unpacking karmic cycles tied to betrayal, self-sacrifice, and unfulfilled potential. You've watched people walk away without explanation. You've felt called to missions that made no sense at the time. You've carried more spiritual weight than most signs can comprehend. But why now? Why this final karmic test? Because the energetic portal from July 3rd to 7th is not just any cosmic window. It's a Saturn-Uranus destabilization. Your ruling planets are challenging you to purge outdated karma and free yourself once and for all. Karma isn't just about punishment or consequence, it's a loop, a contract. And you, Aquarius, have reached the end of one of your deepest soul contracts. But before it can release, there are 3 shadow energies, spiritual attacks that must surface. Each one represents a different phase of your life. 1. The wound of isolation. 2. The betrayal of self-trust. 3. The illusion of control. These aren't just emotional triggers. These are energetic blockages activated now by planetary shifts. If you don't identify them and face them, you risk repeating the cycle and blocking your upcoming breakthrough, spiritually and materially. Aquarius, this is your karmic audit. You've made it this far. But can you finish the work? Let's decode what's coming. Spiritual attack number 1, the return of the isolation wound. From July 3rd, Aquarius, a powerful karmic wound begins to resurface. You may notice it in subtle ways at first. Texts go unanswered, phone calls are delayed, plans fall through. You might suddenly feel like you're on the outside looking in again. But this isn't coincidence. This is the first spiritual attack you're being asked to face during this karmic test window, the return of the isolation wound. Now let's get something straight. You, Aquarius, have always had a unique role in the cosmic collective. You're the forward thinker, the revolutionary, the soul with one foot in the future and one hand reaching to pull others forward. But walking ahead of the crowd, that often means walking alone. And over time, loneliness stopped feeling like an emotion. It started to feel like an identity, a safety net. It whispered lies, like, people never really get me. Being alone is better. It's safer. Why open up when no one stays? And those thoughts didn't just come out of nowhere. They're rooted in old soul pain, from lifetimes where you were cast out for your truth, your vision, your light, or from earlier in this life where you were left out, emotionally abandoned, or made to feel too much or too different. Now, here in July 2025, as you approach a new energetic breakthrough, this wound returns, not to punish you, but to be finally healed. But here's where the spiritual attack gets dangerous. This isn't just about feeling lonely. This wound will try to convince you to isolate, to pull back, to reject the very connection you need right now. You might notice yourself saying, "I don't need to talk to anyone today. I'm fine handling it myself. No one would understand anyway." That voice isn't your higher self. It's karmic programming. It's a trick of the shadow, because right now, this week, you are on the brink of soul-level expansion, and to walk through this fire, you need connection, not codependency, but spiritual community, love, support. So how do you protect your energy and break this loop? Spiritual response: reclaim connection. Step 1. Open the heart chakra. Start your morning with a quiet meditation using rose quartz or amethyst. These stones carry frequencies that help soften emotional walls and awaken the heart center. Visualize a glowing light in your chest, pulsing with warmth, safety, and openness. Step 2. Reach out intentionally. Write down the names of 3 people in your life who bring you peace, strength, or even a moment of laughter. Reach out. Send a voice message. Schedule a call. Ask how they're doing. Because sometimes connection begins by holding space for someone else and in turn receiving it yourself. Step 3. Break the pattern gently. If you notice yourself pulling away from someone you care about, pause. Ask, is this my intuition or my fear? If it's fear, challenge it. Sit with the discomfort. Let yourself be seen. Step 4. Mirror work. Look into a mirror for 2 to 3 minutes each morning and repeat, "I am not alone. I am connected. I am supported by the universe and my soul circle." Say it until the inner resistance begins to melt. Aquarius, this isn't about becoming dependent on others. It's about allowing yourself to receive true connection. Connection that uplifts and honors your spirit. The universe doesn't want you to walk this path alone. You're a leader, yes, but even leaders need refuge. Even visionaries deserve a village. Remember this: karma ends where love begins. This test is here so you can finally let the love in. Don't let the old wound win. Reclaim your space in the circle. You don't need to walk alone anymore. Spiritual attack number 2, the betrayal of self-trust, Aquarius. This next test is quiet, but powerful. It won't come crashing in like a storm. Number it whispers. It wears the mask of logic, of caution, of being smart. Between July 4th and July 6th, you may begin to question yourself, not loudly, but subtly. You'll hesitate on a decision. You'll delay sending that message. You'll revisit an idea you know is right for you and suddenly think, maybe I'm not ready. What if this backfires? I should wait for a better sign. But this isn't intuition. It's not divine guidance. It's karmic interference. This is the second spiritual attack in your final test, the betrayal of self-trust. And it's a sneaky one because it feels like wisdom. But here's the truth. It's not your higher self speaking. It's an old survival mechanism, a protective pattern born from pain. Pain that likely began in another lifetime or much earlier in this one. Let's take it deeper. At some point in your soul's journey, Aquarius, you did trust your instincts. You leaped. You followed a vision. You opened your heart or made a bold decision or stood in your truth. And it ended badly. That energetic imprint still lingers in your subconscious. So now, as you stand on the edge of another big leap, whether it's changing careers, ending a relationship, launching a passion project, or simply speaking your truth, Your old programming hits the brakes. You tell yourself, let's wait until everything's aligned. What if I get it wrong again? Maybe now's not the right time. But those thoughts aren't keeping you safe. They're keeping you stuck. This spiritual attack isn't loud like the first one. It's quiet, internal. That's what makes it so dangerous. It feels responsible. But what it's really doing is trapping you in a loop of almost ready, but never now. It's the energy of the near miss, the unfinished dream, the missed call of destiny. Let's be clear, there is no perfect time to leap. There is only your knowing, your gut, that deep inner pull, and that is your compass. Spiritual response, anchor in self-knowing. This karmic test can't be passed through logic. You pass it by returning to your soul's truth. Here's how to reclaim your trust. 1. Speak your power. Daily, start each morning with this affirmation. My intuition is my compass. I trust my voice. I am ready now. Say it out loud. Don't just whisper it in your mind. Speak it into your cells. 2. Work with lapis lazuli. This stone is powerful for activating the third eye and deepening intuitive insight. Wear it, meditate with it, or keep it under your pillow as you sleep. It will amplify your inner voice and help you separate fear from truth. 3. Revisit a time you were right. Take 10 minutes to journal about a time your intuition was spot on, even when others doubted you or logic said don't. Remember the moment. Anchor into the proof that your guidance is real and reliable. 4. Commit to one brave action. Choose one thing you've been hesitating on and do it. Send the email, make the call, post the idea, speak the truth. Don't wait for confirmation. You are the confirmation. Aquarius, your genius doesn't come from what you know. It comes from what you feel to be true, even when no one else sees it yet. This world needs your boldness, your originality, your unshakable instinct. But none of that matters if you keep betraying your own guidance. This karmic attack isn't meant to destroy you. It's meant to help you finally trust yourself. Fully, deeply, unapologetically. Because once you do, you become unstoppable. So the next time fear wears the mask of logic, call its bluff. The only approval you need is your own. The path is already lit. You just have to take the step. Passing the test. What happens next? So, what happens when you face these 3 hidden spiritual attacks and pass your karmic test? Everything changes. The moment you close this cycle, new financial abundance becomes available. A soulmate-level connection or reconnection opens up. A vision or life path becomes clear, urgent, and supported. This is no small shift. This is destiny unfolding. Many Aquarians will experience what feels like divine acceleration after July 7. Plans that felt stuck will suddenly surge forward. Money will flow where there was once lack. Peace will arrive in relationships once built on chaos. Why? Because you completed the lesson. You didn't avoid the fire, you walked through it. Your reward is a new soul contract, this time aligned with your highest good. You'll no longer attract what hurts, you'll attract what heals. Here's what to focus on after July 7th. Make space for blessings. Declutter your physical and emotional space. Invest in what brings joy, even if it doesn't make sense. Let your inner voice lead, loudly, boldly, without apology. Remember, you didn't just survive a test. You closed a karmic timeline, and now your new beginning begins. Aquarius, if you've made it this far, know this. You're not just surviving a tough week. You're clearing lifetimes of spiritual weight. These 3 spiritual attacks weren't here to break you. They were here to show you just how powerful, intuitive, and resilient you really are. You were never meant to carry your old wounds into your new timeline. You were meant to confront them, heal them, and then rise beyond them. From July 3rd to 7th, your soul is shedding what no longer belongs. Doubt, isolation, the illusion of control. And when you choose to face these energies with awareness and courage, you unlock a higher timeline, one filled with more purpose, peace, and alignment than ever before. So take a deep breath, Aquarius. The test is real, but so is your transformation. Stay grounded, stay connected, trust your knowing. Because on the other side of this karmic portal is a version of you that finally feels free. You've got this. The universe is watching, and it's ready to deliver what's next.